the solo that you worked out? Or?
I have a basic guideline. Like I'll start it off with a. Like this. I might just do like a small section and leave some space, like. And then like, I won't play too much of that, but I'll just go by feel, and then I'll move into like the. Which is based on a paradiddle-diddle.
Yeah.
All triplets, like. And just like bring the dynamic level down low.
And then how do you come out of that?
I will generally, it's different every time, but then I'll get back into like Gene Krupa, almost like Bo Diddley beat. To bring the rest of the band back in, there's like this rhythmic fill that Rich Flamini did, the previous Bill Haley Jr. drummer.
He was the last drummer?
Yeah, before me. But it's great, because it's like a pattern, repeat it again, and then play it with less notes, and then play it one more time, and you're back in.
Okay.
So it's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just playing, it's like a little tribal beat.
Yeah.
And it's like at BPM 232, more or less. So like, I had to practice all that coordination at a much lower BPMs, just to get the muscle memory, and then I'll slowly increase it to get to that point, and try to maintain it, because it's fast and furious, but if you do too much, it'll lose the groove. If you do playing too many notes, it's gonna just sound like a drum set falling down the steps.
Yeah, that's cool though. Yeah. I never like, you just worked out that solo yourself, like it wasn't something.
No, I like pick things I wanted to include for sure, and then the transition are all like, the transition from one thing to another is all like fly by the seat of my pants and hope it works.
Was the part that the other drummer used to do, like the come back in, was that something they required you to do, or you just
no? Do it? But you know, I texted him a little bit when I took over, and he's like, "Yeah, it's up to you, but play a fill that'll get people back in, and you can count on it."
Well, it's a good cue that I guess the band knew.
It is a great cue. Yeah. And I'm not. He might have gotten the idea from Gene Krupa.
Yeah.
But it's the same basic rhythmic pattern, but I'll change it from night to night, different drums. But
who was the original drummer? It was like Dick, right?
Dick Richards.
Richards.
Yeah.
He was from Philly, right?
Yeah, Flowertown. When I played with some of the original comics in London, and at that point he was living in Flowertown.
Oh.
But some of them are from Norristown, and Franny Beecher lived about a half mile from where I live now. He was a guitar player.
Okay.
But originally he used a lot of different session guys.
Yeah.
From Philly, New York, and
that's how like the set that you had. That was like one of those guys.
That was part of one of the comic.
Yeah.
In groups that came after Bill Haley died.
Was Dick? I never watched any of his drumming. Was he a good drummer?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I guess he came up with all the parts.
He took over when a lot of the songs had been recorded already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he
was
like
from 50, I think he was with them from like 55 to like, but then he left because of a financial dispute.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
But he like lived a long time too. He was like 90 something.
Yeah. I think Franny Beecher, the guitar player, died when he was 94.
Oh wow.
But he had played up to when he was 92 at the Bridgeport Roadhouse.
Okay.
He played like an acoustic set or something.
We're talking about Bill Haley in the comments. We just put the phone here because we were having a good conversation.
Yeah. Might as well capture it.
Yeah, might as well.
And play these beautiful kids, you know.
Yeah. No, that's cool though, and it's cool. Like I like seeing how people put solos together because like I don't solo, like I'm not that kind of person. So like, just putting something like that, but it's nice because it's not like overly complicated.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, it's based off like Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa stuff, which is cool. Because I guess that's like what the original drummers would have based a lot of their drumming off.
A lot of it's rudiments and repeated patterns.
Yeah.
And especially with Buddy Rich, he would make stuff look showmanship like. You know, he's exaggerating like the left hand going up in the
Well,
air.
did that hi-hat thing, like the roundabout
Is it?
thing?
I saw Gene Krupa do this thing.
It's so crazy. It's crazy to think like those guys were like inventing that.
As they went.
Yeah, because it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, I'm just gonna try and play the bottom too, and like.
The angle in there, but
I wonder why you don't see a lot of people doing that as much anymore. Because like you think like it's creative, it's different than what everybody else is doing.
yeah, I know they don't get in like that. Like sometimes at the end of songs, I'll stand up and I'll like, what the hell, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe it's my ADHD. I don't know. It's cool that things are easy, but are showmanship like.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's like not hitting the same thing over and over again the same way. It's very showmanshipy.
Yeah.
I remember watching you play when I think George took me to see Dibs, and it was like you were hitting all the crazy stuff. I'm like, that's crazy.
What you doing?
Yeah.
It's like ADHD, I swear. No.
Yeah, I think making anything musical is cool. Like that's like why I always like Billy Martin, because you could like hit whatever to the ground. It sounds great.
Yeah, it's all about making music at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But one another thing what Buddy Rich does, he'll play some crazy thing, go back and forth, but then I was like, leave space by hitting rim on the floor tom, which you don't think a lot. Like everyone does a on the snare, like a rim crack. But
Oh yeah.
and Weckel does that too.
Oh, does it?
I never noticed it was a thing until I started watching Buddy Rich videos over and over again, and they go by so fast. Sometimes you have to slow it down, and it's great you can pick the playback speed on YouTube. You know, to like a half.
But still, probably the way they were filming it probably didn't have as many frames per second, so you could slow it down, but you're saying it's still a blur.
Yeah, like this thing, I had to slow it really down, way far, and I still couldn't. It was like you just see this flash of stick. And I saw him twice, but it's still hard to capture everything.
That's like that guy. You ever see that guy that does like the?
Yeah. I know, real quick.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he brings it back and like, what?
He plays jazz, but he also plays for Slipknot.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a Slipknot drummer?
It was. I think he might have just left
Oh wow.
again. I'm not sure. He can play these crazy up-tempo Buddy Rich charts,
Yeah.
and he plays a Slipknot too. He's insane. He's a monster. I can't think of his name.
Oh wait, are you talking about Grayson Newcomen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was playing with not Slipknot. It's maybe he was playing with Slipknot. He was playing with
System of a Down.
no, I forget now. Everybody's in. If I post it, I'll cut it out.
Yeah,
But everybody's like, oh, it's this band. I forget. But yeah, he took over somebody, and then his place took that guy who was playing drums, started playing for Slipknot. But that gets crazy.
Yeah.
Because he would do the Buddy Rich solos or like Gene Group, and he would do them like part for part. It was crazy.
Insane. I don't know if he's like European, Spanish.
No, he lives in New York.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember somebody asked him like, how long does it take you to like transpose this solo or whatever? And he's like, I watched the video like 2 times.
Yeah. He's got a memory. He's like the Rain Man of drumming.
Right. It was crazy. I was like, how do you? I guess you just hear it all,
Mm-hmm.
and you can decipher what they're doing. But
Yeah, it's insane.
it's crazy.
He's like in his 20s or something, right?
Yeah, he's really young.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even think he's 20 yet. Maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah. Wow, that young.
Cool.
Amazing. And he has taste too.